Hi, this is Jared with Tax Relief 101. Probably the most passionate show on the internet, or most definitely YouTube, you're going to see about taxes. We answer people's questions about taxes, tax debt, tax problems, all sorts of stuff. This show is kind of a little bit of my hobby. I work specifically in a subset of the tax industry, and I help people navigate kind of the back end of being in debt to the IRS. So when people need trouble handling that, that's what I do. That's what a lot of the people who are going to come on this show will do. We might also have some other tax professionals and some ancillary industries, but that's really where we're focused in that area. And like I said, this is my hobby. I pump out these episodes all the time because I think I have fun with them. It's kind of a hobby. But because it's a hobby, I don't put a whole lot of time into production and other things. But you know, the value is that you get a lot of great information from somebody on the inside that you pay, maybe hundreds or thousands of dollars for, depending on who you went and saw. So you get that for free here, and we'll answer your questions at least at this point, usually in a couple days. That may not be that way forever as we start to get more questions, but right now, if you go down there and ask a tax question, you'll get an answer in a couple days. Maybe it'll even spawn an interview if it's a really interesting one, and we'll give you a shout out too about it. Only other thing about this, today we're going to be answering the question. Oh yeah, the question today is what to do if the IRS calls you. And can the IRS call you? There's a lot of mixed information out there on this, which is one of the reasons why I'm answering this question today, to be quite honest. For years, we told everyone, nope, IRS never calls you. They do not call you. If you get a call from someone at the IRS that basically says, we want to talk to you, 99% of the time, unless you're already talking to them and they're going to call, stop, do not pass go, do not collect $200. It's someone scamming you. But unfortunately, for questionable policy reasons, the IRS is currently going through its third iteration. Count them, not one, not two, three in this case. They're going through their third iteration of a private debt collector program. They've tried this 2 times before. It's failed. If you've watched my other podcasts or my other video casts, you've heard about this before. If you haven't, you can go check them out. I'll explain it in more detail. But those private debt collectors may be calling people about IRS debts. So it's thrown this huge monkey wrench in what the IRS has been telling people for years, and what we've been telling people for years, that the IRS doesn't call you. Now you can have some private contractor who's the same guy that'll come after people if they don't pay their credit card or their student loans. This is not a highly ethical industry that is known for really trying to comply with regulation, calling people and harassing them about their IRS debt. So I think this is really bad as far as, the IRS putting forth a consistent face. We don't call unless we hire some subcontractors, and then they'll call. And really, they're supposed to follow the same rules as you, but we know from experience that they don't. And we're going to do this for smaller accounts, usually poor taxpayers. It's just really an icky situation. So the answer is, if the IRS calls you, it may not be a scam. It may be about a past tax debt, in which case, you can get these jokers off your back real easy. But otherwise, it probably is a scammer. 9 times out of 10, probably 99 out of 100 calls that people get from the IRS are going to be scammers. The other one is going to be a private debt collector, and someone will, that'll actually be I don't want to say legitimate because of who's doing it, but it'll be an authorized act by the IRS. I'll put it that way. And if you go out and check those more in-depth details about the private debt collectors, we've got a free offer about how to deal with them. Really valuable. You're not gonna find it anywhere else, especially not for free. Especially not for free. So that's there, and you can go check that out. It'll help get those jokers off your back if they are the ones that call you. If it's just normal scammers, there's nothing we can do about that. They're just idiots. So that's the only thing. That's what we've got today. The question is, do you think the IRS should be able to subcontract out to these guys to make calls when they've always told you they don't call? Like, is that, I mean, what do you think about that? What do you think about the fact that Congress let them do that, and then made them not liable for what these folks did? So they subcontract them out. They can call you. IRS is still like, we don't call anybody. Oh, and also if they break the law, we're not liable for basically, I mean, they're not employees, but someone we're employing has done. Love to hear your thoughts about that. If you've got any other questions, make sure that you put them down below. We'll answer them quick. That's all. This is Jared with Tax Relief 101, and I'm signing off.